Okay, so this was the outermost comb, and see, we'll take a look at this next comb. You can see a couple of small combs, and then we get into some fairly mature combs. Oh, and they've got quite a bit of propolis connecting these together. You almost have to be careful when you're prying these bars apart. If you're using a pocket knife, as I am, you can snap your blade. So you kind of need to be careful and make sure you don't damage your tools. See a nice new comb here that the bees are working away on. And I'm just going to take that out into the sun and take a look inside. And there's no eggs in there yet.
Okay.
But they're probably using that pretty soon to either if the queen needs space, that'd be great cells for her to lay in. On the outside, however, on the outside of the nest like this, you'd expect that there'd be nectar or honey or pollen in that comb, as we can see here.
Okay.
On this side, you can see some couple of cells in this area here that are sealed cells. I'm just going to back up. Maybe you can zoom in.
Okay.
Some better light on that.
Okay.
Likewise over here.
Close.
Maybe you'll be able to see
oh yeah.
a nice patch of sealed.
Let's zoom in on that.
Sealed honey. Now, if you want to just zoom in on my face here for a second.
Yeah.
I believe I feel a bee on the end of my nose here.
Correct.
And again, these just demonstrates a very significant difference between the European bees and the African bees. If this was an African bee on my nose, I would be flicking it off at this point because it would have already stung me.
Right.
But these European bees are very docile, and as it's midday here and they've got other things to do, they're not very inclined to sting me. So I can work without the impediment of a veil and lots of heavy equipment. In Africa, because of the defensiveness of the bees, it's often quite a chore to manage one's hives because the bees are so defensive. If you are, as I mentioned earlier, if you are going to work them during the day, it's very advisable to move the hive from its original location into a shady spot some distance away from the original location, and that'll leave the field bees behind to enter the new hive that you leave in its place while you're working the bees in a nice shady spot. Nonetheless, an even better technique is to work the hives at night. That's with
the ideal.
Bees. That's the ideal. That's the preferred method is to work your bees at night. It does make things a little more complicated because you have to use flashlights or torches, and sometimes those aren't available. But if those are available, that'll definitely make your management activities much more pleasant because you won't be getting